Here's something that happens to almost every business owner running Meta ads. You launch a campaign. The first few days look rough, so you go in and change the budget. Still rough, so you swap the image. Then you narrow the audience. Then you pause it overnight to stop the bleeding. And every single time you touch it, it somehow gets worse, not better. It feels like the harder you work on your ads, the less they perform. That's not bad luck, and it's not you being bad at this. There is a specific reason your ads get worse every time you touch them. And once you understand it, you'll do the exact opposite of what your instincts are telling you to do. Let's name the pattern first because you've probably lived it. Week 1, your ads are inconsistent. One day you get 3 leads, the next day nothing. So you assume something's broken and you start adjusting. New budget on Monday. New headline on Wednesday. A different audience on Friday. You're being responsive. You're paying attention. That is exactly what a good owner does with the rest of the business. But with Meta ads, that same instinct quietly works against you. Because behind the scenes, the system was in the middle of something when you interrupted it. Every one of those changes didn't fine-tune your ads. It sent them back to the starting line. And the reason comes down to one thing most owners have never had explained to them in plain English. It's called the learning phase. Here's the learning phase in plain English. When you launch a new ad, Meta doesn't actually know who your customer is yet. It has a guess, but it hasn't met your buyers. So it spends the first stretch running a live experiment with your money. It shows your ad to different types of people, at different times of day, in different places on Facebook and Instagram, and it watches who actually takes action. That experiment is the learning phase. It's the system figuring out who to keep showing your ad to. Meta needs roughly 50 of your ideal actions, things like a lead or a sale, inside a 7-day window before it feels confident. Until it hits that number, performance is bumpy on purpose. So the ups and downs you panicked about in week 1 weren't your ads failing. That was the system still taking its first guesses. Now here's the part that changes how you'll treat your account forever. Every meaningful change you make resets that experiment. Change the budget by more than about 20%, swap the audience, add a new image, change what you're optimizing for, or pause for too long, and the system throws out what it was learning and starts over from zero. So when you had a rough week 1 and made 5 quick changes to fix it, you didn't make 5 improvements. You triggered 5 restarts. The account never got to finish learning even once. And in 2026, this matters more than it used to. After Meta's big system update rolled out this year, the thresholds got tighter. Small edits that used to be safe now restart the clock, which means the old habit of constantly tinkering is quietly more expensive today than it has ever been. So what do you actually do instead? The rule is simple, and it's the opposite of your instinct. Make your changes in one batch, then leave it alone. If you want to adjust the budget, change the image, and tweak the audience, don't spread it across 5 days. Do all of it in one sitting, except that you've started one clean experiment and then give it a full 2 weeks without touching it. One combined change that triggers one reset is far cheaper than 5 small changes that each trigger their own. And this is really a mindset shift. Your job in those 2 weeks isn't to react to every daily number. It's to protect the experiment long enough for the system to actually finish it. The best run accounts aren't the ones being adjusted the most. They're the ones being left alone on purpose. So how do you know if your own account is being helped or being interrupted? Ask one question. In the last 30 days, how many times did someone go in and change something? If the answer is a lot, your ads have probably never been given a stable stretch to prove themselves. That's not a budget problem, and it's not a creative problem. It's a discipline problem, and it's one of the easiest things to miss without a system in place. When we take over an account, the first thing we do is stop the constant changes, let the system settle, and only adjust against clear rules we set ahead of time. not gut feeling, not daily panic. That stability is usually what turns a chaotic account into a calm, predictable one. So if your ads have felt random, this is probably why. It wasn't the ads. It was the constant restarts. Give the system room to learn. Batch your changes and judge performance over weeks, not days. If this was useful, subscribe. We publish a new video like this every week. And if you'd rather have someone running this for you, click the link in the description to schedule a time with us. We'll walk through your goals and what your ad account actually needs.